public health puppets, and if the virus actually existed, should this information not be at their fingertips? When I shared these responses on social media, people from various countries then submitted the same request to institutions. As I've explained, what's being passed of SARS-CoV-2 isolate and used to develop those vaccines is not purified virus. It's not proven to contain any SARS-CoV-2 virus because it's an imaginary virus. Instead, it's a man-made concoction derived from patient samples mixed with fetal bovine serum, monkey kidney cells, and toxic drugs. Why would anyone even consider consenting to such a vaccine? And isn't it interesting, the public health officials who are so adept at isolating their victims have no interest in isolation of their alleged virus. Imagine if you were told to self-isolate and responded by inviting all your friends and family over. Maybe that's how we should respond if we're told to self-isolate. As far as I can tell, this has nothing to do with public health. It's merely a cover story used to justify the implementation of a very dark globalist agenda. Thank you to the organizers for the great event and for everyone who's resisting global COVID-19 fraud and the twisted agenda behind it in whatever way you can. Thank you to Rocco and Randy Hillier for giving us hope. 2020 is a year of clear vision. We will expose widespread fraud and corruption and shine the light of truth like never before. Because the truth will set us free, not going along with lies and fraud and tyranny. We want tyranny. Thank you all. God bless you.
Christine Massey! Christine Massey! Christine Massey! Christine Massey! Rise up! Rise up! Rise up! Rise up! Rise up! Toronto, wake up! Toronto, wake up! Amazing. I'm telling you guys, I am so blessed and honored to be up here to facilitate through the fact that the Line Canada, Hugs Over Masks, Mothers Against Distancing, and all the amazing organizations that we're working with have made it possible for us to bring up amazing people like her and amazing people that are coming up in the future here on this podium truck, because we are the people and we're not fancy and we're doing our best out here. Are you with me? Yes, yes, yes. Freedom! 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 You know, folks, no matter how tired we get or behind schedule, there's always time to chant a little freedom, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Liberté! 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 We're just warming up for the march, right? So guys, just past, we did a little test with the little pots and pans protest up the street there at Queen's Park earlier this week, and it was a great success. So thank you to the organizers of that for sure. But more than ever, we have to keep the pressure on these sitting politicians. Today, this is for the people of Toronto. Wednesday is for the politicians to get off their fat asses. Yes! We are practicing for more action to ensure the politicians never forget that we're the ones who have brought them to power. But that power has been misused long enough. They're not listening to us enough, but I'll tell you, we're going to have to keep reminding them of this action. What do you guys think? Are we going to be there next Wednesday at 11 o'clock? Yeah! Yes, we are. We're going to have these signs all over the place. No more lockdown.ca. Are you guys with me? Yeah! Absolutely. We'll have our speeches after we get there. 11 o'clock, we'll start with a little bit of noise. We'll start some speeches before we head into the Toronto streets to send a message to John Tory and Doug Ford at City Hall, and then return to Queen's Park for some more noise, and we'll be done by 4 p.m. Are you guys with me or what? Yeah! Man, oh man, am I ever excited about this crazy stuff. Oh, thanks, brother. Thank you. It's always nice to know you guys have my back. Literally, you have my back. Now, there's a gentleman and a community, we call them a flock, Church of God, people that have come all the way from Elmer, Ontario to give you some love today. How would you like to hear a little bit from the Church of God and Pastor Henry Hildebrand here? Yeah! Come on up here, my friend. You lovely man. Thank you, Henry.
What a sad week for Canada. What a sad week for our God-given freedom enshrined in our Constitution. As the sound of the national anthem rings out, tears well up in our eyes, shocked to see what we see. Today it's the owner of a beautiful barbecue place that is dragged to jail. Officers, what was the crime? This small business owner is selling brisket, trying to support his precious wife and 2 little children. Tomorrow, it's the pastor of a beautiful country church being handcuffed. Officers, what was the crime? This
you to go over there.
Service last Sunday morning. Is this Canada? What is this? What is going on? Rise up! Rise up! Wow. Wow. I know that I love those people so much, but I'm telling you, when you look in their eyes, you know there's something else going on there than just humanity. There's something coming through there that's real powerful. You know what? What is that stuff? It's something that kept me alive up until today to do this with you people here today. It's called the God Force, and I'm with you all. Trust me. Yes or yes? You guys are here. You will be a part of history forever. I have personally never seen this 50 years. I've never seen history books talking like this. Canadians have been so nice for so long, and here we are. We're still nice, but you don't want to mess with us. You know, there's a lot of people out there saying I'm an angry guy and I want violence, but come on. Come on. If you even know who I am, you would never see this, right? The people here today, come here, please not you people that are here to go ahead and still get this silly in here. And there's some really great people that canceled or want to lose. Equal response is necessary. I saw one poster that said, okay, police services, you came with 110 of your darn horses, we come here with 6,000 to 8,000 people. That's what we do. We stand up when you step up to us like this. Unacceptable. And as you know me, you know I'm the guy that starts to chant back the blue, right? No more. No more back the blue. However, let me explain. There's a gentleman here that's going to come up in a second. His name is Vince. I'll tell you a little about him in a second here. But I have supported our police service in every state since the beginning of this movement 8 months ago. We still have that mandate. However, after the behavior of John Tory's army of police thugs, the energy of the relationship is a bit different. I had the benefit of a conversation with our good retired OPP friend, Vince Gerses, and he reminded me of this important point. Not every police officer is on our side. When we chant back the blue, some of those guys are thinking, and it's being perceived by some of these officers, of please don't hit us and don't attack us. That's what some of them are thinking. It's being perceived as a weakness. It sounds that we can ask for permission. I ain't asking for permission, you understand? I recommend it not to chant that, but here's a better way of announcing it. We fully support those men and women of law enforcement that stand up for our human rights. We stand with you. However, make the right choice and stand with your people, not the oppressors. Right? Having said that, our next speaker is a retired member of the OPP with 32 years of service. duties with the LPP, including emergency response team, forensic reconstruction.
Listen to what I have to say before you boo, because I mean this sincerely. I want to thank a lot of the men and women in law enforcement from multiple police agencies, including the Metro Toronto Police Service, that have reached out to me over this issue and have provided some very useful information and indicate that they are very supportive of this. This morning when I woke up, and I'll tell you, I had prepared a speech, and I'm not good at speeches, so I kind of threw it out, and I'm just going to ad-lib this. This morning when I opened up some social media, which I don't normally do, and I looked around, I saw some comments made online about Adam Scully, and they were not good. They were quite negative. And that put a smile on my face. It did. I smiled, and I wanted to share why with you. Those people who say negative things, they can say those negative things because of people like Adam Scully. Because he stands for the freedom, all freedom, so that you can say what you want to say. You can speak your mind. Because if it wasn't for people like him, you would be told what to say, when, and how. Now, I want to talk about trust. Trust is fundamental in marital relationships, parental relationships, school teacher-student relationships, all relationships, in corporate relationships. Very fundamental in police civilian relationships. It's so important that the police have the trust of the people, and the people have the trust of the police, and we work together in this wonderful symbiotic relationship. Sir Robert Peel's principle, the founding principles of policing from England, were taught to us at the police academy. We are the people. The people are the police. And that's how it works effectively and efficiently. We depend on you. We depend on your information and your support, and you depend on us.
You would think.
Now, I've been retired for a few years. I'm no longer part of that game. In the last few days, I just wanted some brisket. So I spent a few days waiting and waiting for some brisket.
Brisket for the brisket!
I never got any brisket. Whoever got some, you're gonna have to tell me how good it was. I never got any brisket. I was there for 2 days waiting for brisket. I never got brisket. But I saw something there that I had never seen before. I had seen something that I had never seen before. But let's hear it for how many people were there. Okay, I'm going to say, I don't know what you saw, and you probably don't know what I saw, because we didn't see the same thing. I guarantee you we did not see the same thing. I'm going to tell you what I saw, because if you were there, you probably saw something different. Some people saw a polo match. That's not what I saw. Some people saw a mosquito getting hit with a sledgehammer. That's not what I saw. What I saw, that I had never seen before, was a hammer coming down and smashing a tempered sheet of glass into 1,000,000 pieces. And that sheet of glass was our Constitution. That sheet of glass that broke into 1,000,000 pieces was our fundamental rights being violated. And I have never seen a police agency violate human rights to that degree. I have never seen a mosquito hit with a sledgehammer during a polo match. I had never seen anything like that, and it sickened me. But when I looked over at Pastor Hildebrand standing next to me, I know he didn't see that. He didn't see that. I saw the look on his face. I know what he saw. What he saw was 12 horses backing up against the entrance to his church. Padlocks and bolts and welded rods all over his church. People being dragged out of his church. That's what he saw.
Yes, sir.
That's what went through his mind.
Yes, sir.
We all saw something different. And if you're a business owner, I know what you saw.
Yes.
And if you're a homeowner, I know what you saw. And if you have children,
Yes, sir.
it goes on and on. Now, I was talking about trust. That trust was shattered. But make no mistake, at the end of that day, there was partying and celebration. Was any of you people here at a party or celebration? No, well, there were a lot of high fives going on at the end of that day.
All right.
Okay? There were a lot of high fives. Good job. There's a promotion. Yes, he's on the list. Okay, make a note of that. Okay?
Yeah, Jermaine was the arresting officer.
There were people who made the decision to make this happen and proceed with this. And it wasn't the officers that were there. It wasn't the paid duty officers that took time and a half to come out to this event. A lot of them probably didn't know what was going on until they got there. But they made a decision. They made a decision to stick with it. They made a decision to hold fast. They made a decision. We all accept responsibility. We all have to accept responsibility for the decisions that we make. And they should be responsible for that.
Absolutely.
Now, the decision to move on this was made at the highest levels.
Yes, sir.
I don't have words. I don't have words for the acting chief. I don't know what to call him.
Right.
I don't know what to call him, but I can say that in today's day and age, if a boy can be a girl and a girl can be a boy, an acting chief can be a tyrant.
Well said.
Now, I'm going to leave this with you. I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give every one of you here some information. It's your Christmas gift.
All right.
Please take it home.
All right.
Please spread it with everybody.
Okay.
After 32 years of police service, I asked myself, how did I survive this? How did I get through this?
Okay.
The shit that I went through. And by the way, I'm retired, so I can say this now. The shit always falls down, and you're the one at the bottom. You're getting it?
Yes.
This police term, this shit show that happened at Adam Skelly's, that's from the top. That falls up to the top. That's where it came from. That didn't come from the people at the bottom.
Rise up! Rise up! Rise up! Rise up!
Now, I know you're angry. I know you're angry. And I would love to give you some words of encouragement. I would love to tell you where we're at and where things are going and what's going to happen and everything's positive. But I can't sleep at night. I can't. I'm thinking about what's going on. And so I want to give you all something to get you through this. Because what's going to get you through this is not prepping with rice packages and dehydrated food and storing water. I'm going to tell you what's going to get you through this. What's going to get you through this is your mental state. And I'm going to tell you the shit that I've seen in 32 years, the places that I've gone, the things that I've done, the things that people have done to me, the hole that I have fallen into and had difficulty getting up. I'm sure you have difficulties. I'm sure you have problems sleeping at night. I'm sure you go through stress. Well, I'm going to give you something to get you out of there so that you can survive the next 32 years of your life and beyond. Now, I'm not a fan of the tattoo. I don't do the tattoo things, not me. But I think if you're going to get one on your hand somewhere, you need to remember this word. Don't forget this word. Choice. Choice.
Absolutely!
Okay? You have choice.
Yes, sir.
I'm passing on information to you that I have learned from people in concentration camps, people in death camps, and people in prison. This applied to them for their survival, and it applied to me when I discovered why I survived and how I got out of those holes. I'm going to pass it on to you, and you pass it on. Okay? Here's how it goes. We all have choice. We all have the ability to make a choice. You had a choice to come here or stay home. You made a decision and you came here.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
When you get up in the morning, I'm going to start simple and we're going to get more complicated. When you get up in the morning and you look out the window and it's a shitty day, it's cold, it's snowy, it's slushy, and you say, what a crappy day. That was your choice.
Okay.
That was your choice. And I've learned to say, oh, choice. Yeah, don't forget, choice. No, it's not going to be a shitty day. Not in my mind. You know what it is? It's sunny and warm in my head. It's sunny and warm in my head. And you take that positive approach and you go through your day, it's amazing. I did that once when it first happened. Same day, shitty, crappy. I went to the supermarket. What are you going to do today? It's shitty. No, it's not going to be shitty. It's going to be sunny and warm in my head. I went to the supermarket and I said, I'm going to do my grocery shopping. Be happy about it. I did my shopping. Nobody in the store. Go figure. It was a nice store. I come out of the store. I go to check out. And the girl at the checkout, this was years ago, so there was no mask. The girl at the checkout says, ah, look out there. It's pretty shitty, eh? And I said, no, it's not. It's sunny and warm in my head.
Okay.
And she said, oh yeah, in your head. Can I come in your head?
Okay.
I said, no, I'm leaving. You need to make it sunny and warm in your head. And she looked at me, you know. I was getting to the door, and the door opened, and I heard her yell, hey, mister! I turn around, she goes, I'm wearing a bikini! Okay, she got it. She got it very quickly. That's at the bottom level. But you're going to have days when it gets worse. They're going to get worse. And you're going to need to be able to get through that. So, if you fall into a hole and you can't get out, you need to put yourself in another place. You need to go to Florida. You need to go on a vacay. You need to mentally place yourself somewhere else and tell yourself, I'm making a choice to shut down and go to this place. And I'm gonna, if you do that, if you remember the word choice, you will shift, you'll mentally shift, and you'll go to a better place. Okay? Now that's like having a paracord, you know, you're in a parachute, you can pull that. You may fall into a hole that is a lot deeper than that. That hole of despair, and I've been there twice in my life. Twice, when I've fallen so deeply down that hole as a result of what I had to do. I didn't think I could get out, and I tried. I tried everything. And if the vacation doesn't work, have a conversation with someone who died who you love. Have that conversation. And if that doesn't work, there is an emergency secondary cord you can pull. There will be a box at the bottom of that hole. Picture that for yourself. There will be a box there, a glass box. Now in your head, it might say, break in case of emergency. For me, when you're rock bottom, at the bottom, and you can't get out, and all you have is that last box, mine said, God. And I broke that box open.
Yes, sir.
I got down and I kneeled down. And I got out of that hole.
Yes, sir.
Okay? That worked for me. And I suggest you try it because I guarantee you it'll work for you. Thank you. God bless.
Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!
Freedom Day. Freedom to love and worship the God that you believe in. Okay? I completely agree with Vince. Many, many times. If it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for meditation.
Queen's Park, sorry. But on April 17th at Queen's Park, there was only about 50 of us. And now I see a crowd of thousands. And you know what? We're making a huge difference, guys. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. You know? And soon, all those people wearing the mask, they're going to be on our side. You want to know why? Because the agenda's coming for them too. That's right. It's coming for all of us. Even the police officers, they don't know yet. They don't even know yet. But it's coming for them. So you know what? We still got to show love and
Well, we have to stay on the topic,
that's
though.
the only way for us to get through this is unity, okay? Unity amongst our community.
That being said, there's a surprise speaker today. One of our polite Canadian patriots, probably twice my size, but this guy's got a heart of gold. I already know this guy, I'm telling you. Flew all the way here from Red Deer, Alberta. Put your hands together for Pat King!
How's it going, Toronto? I said, how's it going, Toronto? Yes, he's correct. Lamont is right. I flew in all the way from Red Deer, Alberta. There's a reason why I flew. After what we saw at the Adamson barbecue, Alberta stands with Adam. When we see that kind of stuff happening, we know what's coming next. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as of today, 5 minutes before coming up here on the back of the truck, they shut down the mall in Calgary, Alberta. It is under lockdown evacuation mode because they weren't social distancing. The next thing they're going to do is they're going to start with the small businesses back home. And we've been hit hard. Alberta's been devastated by this government. But what's going to happen next? What is next? And that's the question.
Rock and roll!
Now what if we had a crowd like this that went and stood in front of a Costco? You stood in front of a Walmart and said, you can't stay open. The choice is yours, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta do what you gotta do. But as Canadians, we stand proud and free. We stand on guard for thee. And the men and women of our armed forces who lost their lives fighting for our right to stand here right now, it is our duty to stand up for them now. They gave us those freedoms. Let's get them back.
Wow. Wow. I get up here for like hours, I don't get the kind of passion from the people like this guy. What? This is craziness. Okay, talking about Adam Skelly and our wonderful food people. One more guy I need to get up here right now. Come on up here, my good friend. Put your hands together for Bill Fear from JW Food in Scarborough.
Guys, I'm looking out at this crowd, and I see a lot of patriots. I see a lot of people that are concerned about our future. I'm overwhelmed. I want to real stop for 1 second. Where's the House of Media? Where's the media? I'm shocked that there's CTV and all these clouds are not here. But I'm going to be real quick because I want to get on this road and I want to protest out there so all the citizens see what we're doing. My name's William Fair. I worked 25 years to build a company. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm very emotional about this because my father, he built our property back in the 70s. And we took that land over and we built a proud company. And the bylaw officers and the police came to my business on Monday. And I've never been in trouble by the law. And I want all these officers to know. And I want you all to listen, because I've always respected the police in this country. I've always respected you guys. You took an oath, just like when I was in the armed forces. When I was in the armed forces, you took an oath. And I want to speak to you officers. Because what's going on? You guys have an oath. You take an oath in front of all, and when you guys read your book, every one of you officers have a handbook. And they take an oath to us, the citizens of Canada, to our people. My company was dedicated to health and wellness. These guys want to shut them down. I won't let them. When that bylaw officer came into my store, when that bylaw officer came into my store, I opened the door, just like I do all my customers, and I invited him in. And the first thing that officer said to me, "Where's your mask?" Just like that. Just like that. I'm telling every one of you citizens, they're coming for us. They are tyrants. And this officer came into my place, my office, my business, my home, and he said, "Where's your mask? You social distance right now." I swear to God, that's what he said. "You stand back over there." I looked at him, I said, "Go to hell." I swear to God, with all due respect to our pastor, and I'm a Christian, and I believe in God, but I swear, I told him, "You go to hell. Get out of my store. Stand back. You social distance. I don't social distance." Now, what I did do, and my partners were worried, because we worked hard to build our business, and they're worried that a lot of citizens don't see what we do, because they're blind to the system. They're blind to what's going on. And the sad thing is, they're against us like we got a disease. I didn't have a disease last year, I don't got a disease now. My body's clean, my body's free. I, like that officer said, I have a choice. You have a choice. We have a choice. We live in a sovereign country. We live in a free country. These officers deserve our respect, but they gotta earn respect. When I was in the armed forces at the beginning, because I got out, and the only reason I did was because my grandfather served in the 82nd Airport, paratroopers against the Nazis. And my other grandfather is actually a German, figure out. And my grandfather said the reason why we left Germany is because of these tyrants. All right, I got 1 minute, and I'm going to say something real fast. I'm going to go back to my business. They're trying to destroy me. And they're not we're losing customers because there's a fear out there. They got a fear in people. I won't allow it to happen. I've worked too hard. But what I do ask for everybody here, like that young man who got taken, we need to get every restaurant open. We need to get every business open. We have to stop this tyranny. All you citizens need to support our businesses. Why is it that a Costco can violate your human rights? Why is it that a Costco can say to you, you are not welcome here because you don't have a mask? We are welcome anywhere. Under the human rights, you have a right to decide how you want to live. It's on their signs, these propaganda signs. It's on their signs. If you don't wear a mask and you have a medical condition. How many of us have a medical condition? We all do. We all got medical conditions. We don't wear masks. 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 We support small business. We support small business. We support small businesses. This country was built. It runs on small businesses. And anyone, if you guys try to shut me down, you better blame the Canadian Armed Forces, because I'm not shutting down.
What? Oh my God, the energy today. It's almost like an addiction. Rise up! Rise up! Rise up! Rise up! Rise up! Rise up! Oh yeah. And what?
Shutting it down.
Before we hit the road, are you guys okay with that? And anybody that missed, please, we'll see you guys next week, I promise you.
Thanks, guys.
Yes? You okay with that? Yes. I love pink stuff. Trudeau needs to go home! Trudeau the bottom!
Arrest him!
Bring up Chris Scotty up here! I believe he has a lovely message for you today. Trudeau is a naughty person.
Trudeau's gotta go! Trudeau's gotta go! So we
Hello, everybody. Sorry if I can't talk really loud. I think my voice is still gone from a couple days ago from Adamson's barbecue. I said I would stand up for small businesses, and that's what I was doing over there. I don't know if you remember, September 26th, I told you all, by November, there's going to be a lockdown. There's going to be a second round of business closures, and I said this time, they're going to come hard. Now, I think we realize what we saw the last couple days was the most egregious misuse of public resources and police power that any of us have ever bear witness to. But I want you all to understand that there's an even more sinister reason and plan behind what happened. And I'm going to explain it to all of you today, and they don't want you to know. Why do you think one single business was singled out? They wanted to make an example. Business owners supported by a large group of businesses. And that's what we have. And that's what we're going to do. I warned you all this was going to happen. It happened. I warned you all we're going to have to go through this before the sheep wake up. But Adam Scully did something. He kickstarted. He was a catalyst. He showed you all exactly how to end this. He showed you all exactly how weak and how sinister next batch of small businesses that stays open. And there will be more. There will be more. Many more. So I stand here today to tell you, we cannot abandon the cause. We cannot abandon our fellow people. We cannot give in to the fear and the lies. We have to stand together. And on Monday, I want everybody to open their hands.
It's safe talking.
Open up your businesses. Open up your businesses! I'll tell you, before we hit the road, one last thing I gotta talk about, guys. Travel line Sundays, I'll tell you, because it's getting colder. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be out here in minus 30-degree weather doing this for 3 hours, seriously. So what we're doing is, guys, the Northern protest. We're getting in our cars, we're putting our line flags out there, we're gathering steam, and it's an excellent way to bring the movement of the people to the streets. We're causing patriotic disruptions to people's somewhat normal day, easygoing Sundays. We're constantly being joined by new people. The car numbers are increasing. We're giving people in the cars information. As soon as we stop at a corner, right, Chrissy? We did this all last Sunday. As soon as we stop at a light,
We get out, we give people cards, and we get our flags going. Guys, it's incredible. The weather's gonna get colder. But honestly, the people that can see us out there having a good time, they're letting us stuff because they're literally having such a good time, right? So this Sunday at noon, tomorrow, once again, we're meeting at LA Fitness in Don Mills. We're gonna be driving south to Danforth, cross west of Bloor, and we're going to be going to visit one of my favorite politicians, actually where he's living, not where you think he lives. Yeah, he needs to hear from us. We're going to keep the final location a secret, but we're bringing some of our favorite media with us so we can report on the actions. Go to thelinecanada.com, check out Drive the Line. Are you guys ready for a race? Rise up! Wake up! Rise up! Freedom! Freedom! Liberté! Liberté! We accept nothing less. Let's see you out there! Thank you, my friends. Okay, to our wonderful police officers and everybody here on the street, what we're going to do is this. We're going to do a U-turn.
Number 2.
Propaganda. The media sells us the perception that we're in the middle of a pandemic. But if the virus has a survival rate of 99.8%, wouldn't that be the opposite of something we should fear? And last time I checked, I thought real pandemics kill people in all age brackets, not just the elderly, with an average of 2.5 pre-existing medical conditions. Let me translate. If you died of a heart attack or from stage 4 cancer and you just happened to be exposed to COVID-19, Your desk will say COVID-19. They're cooking the books. All of their numbers have been manipulated, and in many cases, counted twice. In fact, on May 17th, Ontario Public Health admitted to increasing the mortality rate by 50%. Our government is relying on its citizens to be obedient and not ask questions. It's even more interesting to note that our own government is unable to confirm exactly how many died as a direct cause of COVID-19. And apparently, this information won't be released until June 2021. If that doesn't sound like a scam, I don't know what will. They've convinced us that asking questions or doing independent research is irresponsible. They've also convinced us that for the first time in history, healthy people no longer walk among us, and our immune system has apparently stopped working. Why are we falling for this garbage? And even worse, when our government flip-flops on what's safe and what's not, why do we still choose to obey? In fact, it was our own Chief Public Health Officer of Canada, Theresa Tam, who originally said masks, and I quote, were not beneficial. Theresa repeatedly advised Canadians against wearing masks as far back as March. Now get this, that same person's statement on the ineffectiveness of masks has been omitted from a recent report from Public Health Agency from risk to resilience. I guess they thought no one would notice. Well, we did. For anyone interested in fighting for their rights and freedoms, please join us at Yonge Dundas every Saturday at 12 p.m. Rain, snow, or shine, all are welcome. Here's a question. When you watch the news, what seems to be the recurring theme? Is it the astounding survival rate of 99.8%? The low death count over the last few months? Or how about the 400 billion that we have to eventually pay back?
Exactly. Church of God. You can just talk to him. Trump forever! Trump forever!
Freedom! 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 Freedom!
Head back over towards.
Were literally abandoned and left to die alone. It was actually the strict COVID-19 protocols that ended up killing many of them. It's pretty evident that our government has become good at creating problems out of thin air. Have you noticed that anything newsworthy is swept under the rug? You know, stuff like the fact that suicides and drug overdoses have surpassed COVID-19 deaths, or the 250,000 small businesses that will never recover from the first lockdown. Or how about the 200,000 people denied surgery or cancer screenings since spring? As a result, hospitals are now seeing many more patients with advanced cancers. As always, the media keeps us distracted. That's what they do best. And in the meantime, we pretend that we aren't in the middle of an economic reset, or that we're not on the path to communism. For anyone interested in fighting for their rights and freedoms, please join us at Yonge Dundas every Saturday at 12 p.m. Rain, snow, or shine, all are welcome. All of our government's decisions are based on quality tests. We're testing 8 times as many people now than we were at the height of this so-called pandemic, thus creating the illusion of a significant rise in cases. So if we're testing like crazy, and we know for a fact that the PCR test is not accurate,